And I know it's tight, but nothing you should have said after.
Why aren't we talking to people? Let them know. Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is the bee's knees. Misinformed. Octagon.
Update.
Shut up and sit down.
Yes.
Another one dropped, just like Paulo Costa got dropped by Adesanya last night on
Good pun.
UFC 253. Adesanya versus Costa, September 26, 2020, and that was at Fight Island, and it was an awesome main event.
Fight Island coming at you. What'd you guys think of it?
Well,
I think I predicted it prior to the fight.
Oh, you predicted it?
Anthony
Yeah,
with
dude.
prediction.
I think we all kind of predicted the main event. Let's be real.
Stylebender.
Stylebender is a great leader and a great champion, and I hope he forever reigns.
Honestly, he made it look fucking easy, and he even tweeted out that he was going to make it look easy. He's like, I'm going to make it look easy for all you guys, and yeah, he performed. That's for sure.
Yes, he did.
That definitely showed that precision beats power and
There's-
fight like that.
There's levels to this game, folks.
So second round TKO, and basically Paulo Costa did not move forward, did not give out the effort that he should have, and didn't die in his sword, so he just died by the sword.
He didn't do what he normally does. Like, he always walks people down and just,
He wasn't throwing his hands enough. He threw more leg kicks
Yeah.
than he threw his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He usually throws a decent amount of kicks to the body and stuff, but he didn't walk him
Stylebender's
down.
reach got into his head based on the fact that he has an 80-inch reach.
Yeah.
That's the big fact.
Got into my head. That's 8 inches. So
Yeah.
because
You
Paulo
could tell-
Costa is 72.
You could tell, too, he's overconfident, and when you're overconfident, you're obviously overcompensating for something, and it showed in the Octagon because he was afraid to walk him down.
Yep.
And Izzy knew the whole fight week he could feel the tension from not even the tension, but the fake
Antics,
action that
yeah.
his posse or groupies were giving. Every time Paulo Costa barely said something in English, he had a group of people laughing about it. And
Play
it
the
was-
laugh track for him.
It was right. It was fake, and he knew it, and he showed it. That's for sure.
So we'll get back into the main event and the pay-per-view later on, but let's talk about our boy Conor McGregor.
Mr. Connor wants to be boxing Manny Pacquiao in the Middle East, and he wants that to happen in 2021. But also wants to end Diego Sanchez's career.
So
got a lot going on.
he wants to make a money play in boxing and get beat again?
That's all the
So
plays.
put all your money on Manny Pacquiao, folks.
Yep.
The odds are going to be ridiculous, but doesn't matter. Put all your money on Manny Pacquiao. He'll probably TKO him, just like Floyd did.
Probably faster. Probably faster than Floyd.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do you think Conor will request lighter gloves like he did against Floyd?
Oh, did he request whiter gloves for last fight?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, he probably will. I'm sure. Manny Pacquiao will be down. He's a scrapper,
Yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to see Connor lose quickly, as opposed to getting carried for how many? What was it, the 7th round, and then he dropped.
Yeah,
or
he
something
did like the
that.
rope-a-dope thing. I thought it was later.
He
Was
went
it the
10
7th?
rounds
10?
with Floyd.
How many?
10 rounds.
Yeah, see, it was 10.
rounds, okay.
Which was
Out of a 12-round fight. I mean, that's pretty good.
That's a long time.
With the greatest boxer of all time,
Yeah.
arguably.
Undefeated.
Yeah. So that was impressive just to see him do that. But the true experts, everyone knew that Mayweather was just going to destroy him. There's no way in hell that Conor had a fighter's chance, but
Has a cardio problem.
it's not MMA.
With long
Like
fights.
the amount
let
of
him go a little bit longer. I thought there should have been more brain.
he wasn't bringing his hands up, dude.
He was definitely losing the fight, no doubt. But
Yeah. Still losing.
Bet all your
get
money on
knocked down.
Pacquiao to win by TKO. I think that's a good bet.
It's a good bet. It's the easiest bet in the world, probably. Probably a little bit easier than Floyd versus what is it, Jake Paul? Is that who he's fighting now? Something like that.
Like Paul.
Oh yeah, he wants to fight Logan Paul.
Logan
Wants
Paul.
to fight
Okay.
Logan Paul.
So put all your money on Floyd for that one.
If they actually fight,
That
yeah,
little show.
that's bullshit, dude. That's just they're making money plays. There's
Not
no
exciting.
way in hell that Logan will beat him. He barely beat KSI, and KSI is not even an amateur boxer. Like, come on, he's another YouTuber. Barely beat him.
And on the other hand, Pacquiao's going to donate a lot of the earnings from the fight to COVID victims in
Oh.
the Philippines.
What a class act.
Yeah, he is a class act.
He's a great guy. So what else about Conor is happening? Because this guy's going off his rocker.
Conor
You ask me.
wants to fight Diego Sanchez, and that was
Does he still want to fight him? Because he wanted to fight him after he quote unquote won to Michael Pereira, even though we all know he lost.
the only person that wants Diego Sanchez to fight is probably Diego Sanchez. 'Cause at this point, everyone knows he has to hang it up. Dana's going to have that conversation with him that, hey, it's time to end your career.
So what? So Conor just wanted a money play, basically another money play.
Another
He's
money
all about
play.
the money. That's all.
Yep.
He wants an easy fight and just get a knockout. and-
knockout bonus money.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cowboy fight lasted 1 round the last time he fought.
And and honestly, yeah, Conor put on a great performance, but that fight, I know that's when you noticed Cowboy for real was declining.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, and even in the his previous match, which I thought he actually won against
Anthony Pettis.
Thank you.
Good fight. We bet on that.
Yeah, I thought Anthony Pettis actually
I thought he
lost,
lost the bet.
but you could tell that
100%.
Cowboy is slowing down a lot.
Yeah, he got messed up in that. That was the first time I saw Conor use his shoulder punches. And
A lot of people do
broke
that
his
now,
nose that
if you've
way.
noticed.
Yeah, I
Cowboy's
saw
been
that.
But he
ripped
used
off
it the
in a
most
lot of
effective.
fights.
Cowboy, what?
Cowboy's been ripped off in a lot of fights.
Yeah, he
Robbie
has.
Lawler and that one, and Nico Price, which that was a draw.
I mean, he should have lost.
He probably should have lost.
He should have lost.
Took some eye pokes though.
Yeah.
A lot.
They both
Take those
took eye
eye pokes.
pokes.
He deserves to get the draw. No, he should have lost.
Surprisingly, there was not very many eye pokes last night in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, we've an over or under for
I said
groin
6.
shots. Oh, 6
Six,
groin shots
like,
and
eye pokes and groin shots together combined.
And there were no
Under.
groin shots.
Under
right?
would have won. There was
Yeah.
no groin shots.
No groin shots. So
wow.
Did you see any eye pokes? Did you see any eye pokes?
one eye graze, right? It was one eye graze.
Oh, the
on-
cornea. But
yeah.
I think wasn't that just from him getting punched in the face?
I think he did get grazed, and it's just
Oh.
from him punching the face. Yeah,
Oh.
but it wasn't intentional at all. But yeah, everyone should go and look at the DMs that Dana and Conor were sharing because Conor released that private
The
conversation.
DMs right here.
And Dana's not happy. Dana doesn't even like Conor anymore. Dana said that I don't know if he doesn't like Conor, but he said that that's one of the dirtiest things you can do to a person is release a private DM conversation.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yeah.
He said that. Mm-hmm. Well, Conor was showing his hand because he was showing to the public, hey, guys, I actually do want to fight still. Because he said he listed off a couple people he wanted to fight. He said Diego Sanchez, Gaethje, and then he's like, and then fight the rematch in Las Vegas. That's what he wanted. But then he's like, what's the plan? Am I just waiting out? And basically Dana's like, yeah, we're just going to hold you off. So this whole retirement thing, I don't think it was Conor McGregor saying or Conor McGregor's scheme to even say he was retired. I think it was more Dana White doing that, to be honest.
Dana
Yeah,
thinks it's
the
a form of
antics.
disrespect, though. Him showing DMs because
For sure.
he's the boss. Like,
Yep.
he's
I don't
the
think it's
boss of
disrespectful,
UFC.
to be
Super
honest.
disrespectful to give out your private conversation.
I don't think it's
without
disrespectful
asking.
because
He talks like he's a normal person though, and at the
anything
end,
you
like,
say to somebody online, you should know that everyone can see it. And two, if you're not helping the man get fights and you're saying he's retired, he's going to get mad, you know? Like, I don't know.
Please don't release our private DMs. That's just
Oh, man.
that
Too many
should be a
dick pics.
given.
Too many dick pics.
Let's not
Yeah,
give
too many
out our
requests.
Just
private
cocks.
DMs.
Just bombarded. In my face. Get out of there. Get out of there.
And doing this too, you're gonna see some more.
Speaking of cocks in your face, someone that doesn't get that is Amanda Nunes and Nina Anaroff. It's announced a new birth of their baby girl.
Shout out Manny Nunes.
Baby
out.
girl's
First lesbian champion.
Yeah, she's UFC bantamweight, featherweight champion, and as well as a strawweight. Nina's the strawweight. Nina's just a strawweight. Yeah, she's not a champ. The baby's name is Reagan Ann Nunes, Reagan Ann Nunes, and you can look at the cute little baby pictures on Amanda's Instagram. Born 7:15 a.m.
Dana White's DMs released. We'll show you right here. Basically, he was asking who he wants to fight, and then he's like, "Who is there? Anyone?" And he's like, "A fight late May in LA. Me and Diego in Dublin in August. A rematch at the end of the year. Boom. Me and Diego in Dublin is a cracker." And then Dana White put, "Bro, we should lose our promoter's license if we make that fight.
Terrible idea.
I thought you want to fight one of his better fights, to be honest, considering his opponents and style attributes. That's what Conor was saying.
Okay.
What date is the Brazilian card? He asked. And then the next DM is International Fight Week. He's like, what's the date of that? July? That's years away. He's like, yes, July. That's the soonest date we can have you, kid. He's like, and then Conor's like, that's too far. I want to fight in May. And then Dana's like, we have all small fights in May in tiny markets, nothing big. He's like, I'll switcheroo. Which means like he wants to fight in May. He's like, let's just switch that. And then he's like, July is the earliest date I can do you for, kid. July 11th in Vegas. It's our first date, U.S. date for a while. I worked on it all day today. It's the fastest I can do. And then he says,
They should just do this through email at this point.
Yeah.
Should not be DMing each other.
and then he's like, that's the fastest I can do. My guy talked to our team and they told him you do not want to fight in Brooklyn if one of them fall out, which is 100% fine. I gave you my word that you could fight that fight, have that fight. So I wanted to make sure I kept my word to you. You will get someone else ready in Brooklyn. He's like, and then Conor was like, no, I'm no step in, and you know it. Let's create an event for me. End of May, LA or something wild. Blow the socks off the place. And then Dana's like, that's 100% fine. You and I talked at dinner and you said you wanted it, and I 1,000% always keep my word with you. No one wanted to be the step in and for a million financial reasons. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I gave Conor my word. The people want McGregor event. Let's give it to him. But this happened over days. Like
Oh wow.
the first DM started in February 15th, and then it lasted all the way to March 2nd. He messaged him in February 20th. They were going back and forth for a while. Then Conor liked his, I don't give a fuck, I gave Conor my word. He liked that DM, and then he said, and then Conor was like, the people want McGregor event, let's give it to him. And then nothing happened. But, so I don't know why Dana White was so mad about that, because he didn't really release too much.
It's probably a breach of trust, really. Dana just doesn't want his his DMs, I guess, direct messages to get out in the world. And they should just do this over email. I don't understand why they don't do this over email.
Just have
Take
dinner,
forever.
and they're business people. Just handshake over dinner. You know, how hard is it?
There's too many antics.
There is.
Conor, he just needs to find someone to fight and get it
I think
done.
he wanted to fight, but then Dana was like dicking around with him, to be honest.
Dana's always moving his chess pieces, preparing
Yeah.
everything, trying to make the most money as he can. And
Yep.
I think Conor's trying to help boxing too, because boxing's on the decline and they don't have a lot of superstars, so that's why he's also jumping in
Yes.
with Manny.
I'd say
That's-
Connor's trying to help himself at the end of the day. He's
At
not
the end of the
trying to
day, I
help
don't think he
anyone but
gives a
himself.
fuck about boxing. How boxing stands.
Just another platform in his world.
Yep.
No way to get him out.
But it would help boxing, I guess.
For sure.
I guess. Pacquiao's
We're gonna have
old.
more fights like Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
So is that enough about Conor, or is there anything else we need to say?
I think it's pretty clear that Conor didn't do anything wrong in that sexual harassment or sexual, was it exposing himself in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? And
Yeah.
seems like just another person trying to get in the headlines and get some money out of him, and he's not going to take that.
Me Too movement.
Yep.
Conor wished Stylebender good luck for his fight. So he's definitely a fan of the Stylebender.
He's definitely a fan of the UFC, bar none. He watches all the pay-per-views. Like me and Anthony saw last night, he was promoting Propa 12.
Yep.
But he's like, watch the pay-per-view tonight and drink your Propa 12.
Yeah, Conor was definitely
So,
promoting himself.
We need to get him back in the ring more often. He should fight like 3 times a year. Especially
I agree.
how fast he,
Some of his fights are.
especially how fast he KO'd
Cowboy.
Cowboy. My brain is losing me.
Yeah, he definitely needs to fight more. But with a guy like that, we're probably not going to see it because he waits out for the big money and the kind of the easy fights. Not the easy fights, but he's
Easy for
trying-
him. Easy
he's-
for him. Yeah.
he's trying to just make his name, get as much money as
Yep.
possible in the bank,
He's trying to get a Billy.
keep riding off into the sunset.
Yep. Okay, sorry guys, but I need to. From last week, I have to amend myself a little bit. Woodley actually, he broke his rib, so he probably should have kept going on the fight. But I don't blame him for trying to get out of there because when you break your rib like that, it's really hard to breathe.
Yeah, I also would have verbally tapped as well.
So, what?
I also would have verbally tapped as well.
Yeah. But I'd also verbally tap for a lot of things.
So the main event was pretty good.
Dude, the main event definitely got us. I don't know.
I think everyone thought it was going to be a lot more fireworks than there really was, but that's just because Paulo Costa did not put forth the effort that he should have. But the result was still the same as it would have been if he did put forth the effort.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Paulo Costa didn't walk Izzy down like he did in all of his other previous fights. Walk everyone down and just slug them out.
He landed about half of his strikes, 26 attempts with 12 lands, and there are only 2 to the head, 7 to the body, and 3 to the legs, as opposed to 55 out of 84 that Adesanya landed, and 55 of those were significant strikes, and 25 to the head, 5 to the body, and 26 to the legs, which we saw that on his
26
legs.
to the legs.
26 out of 27 landed. We saw his leg. His leg
Yeah.
was like
That
ground
was
up meat.
clearly his strategy. He did like three kicks to his legs, and then he was already compromised. You could tell his knee was swelling up right away.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it helped because he couldn't put any pressure and then chase him down. But he wasn't really trying to chase him down. He's just trying to he's like, stand here in the middle with me and banging out. And he's like, no, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay on the outside and just pick you apart.
He's trying to
I mean, it
pull Romero.
worked.
Romero did the same thing, and it didn't work out for him.
It's like Izzy was saying, he's not a punching bag. He's going to move around, he's going to punch back, and he's not going to get hit either.
Yeah, he's not a human punching bag.
Costa was not ready for that at all. It's
I think,
unfortunate.
I think Izzy got into his head a little bit. What do you think, guys?
Izzy got in everyone's head. He's in my head right now.
Izzy-
Think about it, it's Izzy. Izzy is the king.
His shit talking is up there. He's almost as good as I would say like Connor, not quite, but he's intelligent.
there.
He's
So
more intelligent,
Yeah, he's
like
there
what he
with Connor.
says. Connor is just like clickbaity. He's just like, he says the raunchy shit that no one else is
Good
saying.
one-liners.
Yeah,
Connor.
they're good one-liners.
Yeah.
Izzy's got backup with like what he said, over 100 fights since 2008. I'm gonna be great. He said that was one of the last things I heard him say.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was his 100th victory in combat sports. The man is doing it, folks. The man is doing it.
He's now 20-0 in the UFC and MMA.
So
100 fights.
Paulo probably should have just tried to walk him down more
He
and
should-
just bombarded him from the start. Like ran after him,
Either
like
won
ran
or
in the
lost
middle
in the
after
first
him
round.
from the start and try to clinch him more. He didn't use any of his clinches. He didn't use that many kicks either. He maybe threw a couple jabs, and then Izzy just literally made it look so freaking easy.
Izzy didn't let him. That's the other thing too. He didn't just
Yeah,
stand there.
obviously.
But yeah, he should have done something to take it to the ground or do something
Yeah.
different.
I think we were expecting a lot more, but what can you say? There's levels to this game, especially look at Izzy. Like we said prior, he has 100 victories in combat sports, and Paulo Costa only has 13. He's only 13-0 in MMA, opposed to Adesanya, who's 20-0, 15 by knockout.
Very untested.
He looks skinny, but don't get that twisted, man. The man has knockout power. He's precision,
Costa had a lot of pressure too, being from Brazil and fighting through jungle fight championship. A lot of legends: Fabricio Verdum, Lyoto Machida, Jose Aldo. All those guys were the company he was supposed to reach up to that level.
That's a really
in
good
the
point.
UFC.
I think that Izzy overall did have more pressure, but there was a bunch of pressure on Costa for all the legends that he was training with and where he came
Yeah.
from, and even his coaches were telling him that this is his time, and it just wasn't.
That's true too. But I also heard that Paulo Costa is not. I mean, he's a black belt, but he was given to him by his brother. So I mean, take it with a
Yeah,
grain of salt,
favoritism.
Yikes.
So whatever.
I'm sure it's legit, but
Who is
probably not so much
Adesanya
legit.
actually going to fight? Like, who's going to give him a good fight?
No one's gonna give him a good fight.
Really?
He did say at the end, he said he respects Jared Cannonier, and then he
Yeah.
would be willing to accept that fight
Yeah, that'll be the
if
next fight.
he runs through Whitaker.
If that's a main event, though, that's not. I wouldn't watch it. I know Stylebender's probably gonna beat him.
I would watch it. Why wouldn't I?
If
I'm gonna watch
Izzy
every
fights, I'll watch
Every
Izzy
time
hard.
Stylebender fights,
I'll watch
I
the
will
close
watch it.
matchup, but it's
Jared Cannonier is a
the
dark horse in that
everybody's
division.
saying it.
Izzy said that too. Izzy said Jared Cannonier was a dark horse.
He is,
knows.
and I agree with him. Yes,
He'll go out and do a beautiful TKO.
Jared
performance.
Cannonier used to be a heavyweight, guys. He can pack a punch, and he can take one. So I think he'll beat Whitaker. So I think we will see that fight next.
Yeah.
But yeah, Izzy is here for a long time. He said he wants to he wants to cement his legacy better than Anderson Silva. He doesn't want to compare to Anderson Silva. He wants to be better, which he's on the right track right now, 20-0. I mean,
Think
and
he's on
then
his way.
did you guys see John Jones was tweeting at Costa? He was like, he's like Costa, fuck off. That's what he said, and then he said, "Are you done with the shit talk now?" I think that's what he also tweeted.
Yeah, I feel bad for Costa, honestly, because I think he had just so much pressure to get in Izzy's head and try and verbally joust with him, which he did not have a sword in that. You know, he couldn't hardly keep up the antics in the press conference and in the pre-fight. It's just it was kind of pitiful.
Yeah, but I do respect that he was trying to talk in English and stuff. I do
No,
respect
definitely,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he did a good job at the shit talking.
He did his like usually when people are doing that, it usually works for them, to be honest.
He should have just.
But not against you can't break Izzy like that though.
should've just been
He even said
stern-faced.
he's locked tight up here, so
Should just not even talk and just stared at him. That
yeah,
would've
you're
freaked
probably
out Izzy
right.
Even more.
You're probably right.
But Izzy's overall a great champ, and we thought that Paulo Costa should have put more effort in that. But
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
besides the main event, the co-main was probably the most surprising thing.
Holy shit, we lost our bet because of that.
Yeah, thanks Dominic Reyes.
God damn it. Dom was way too overconfident in the other side. Paulo Costa was kind of overconfident in the beginning. But then, yeah, Reyes was even more confident than Costa, because Costa was running out there looking scared, to be honest. But,
Some
yeah.
big body shots from John.
Oh, yeah.
Can't pronounce his last
Yeah,
name.
That
dude.
left kick did so much damage to Dominic Reyes. It's crazy. 10 out of 10 is on the stats. That's one of the first 10 out of 10 I've ever seen for kicks that attempted and landed. And it was probably the first one that caused that huge red mark on his side.
Yeah, that abrasion on the side of his ribs.
I want to see it today.
Oh my God. He has bruised ribs and like it looked like a huge welt and it was bleeding. Oh my God. It did not look good. And he was compromised and we could all tell.
Yeah, he got rocked.
He got rocked. Dude, the Polish
It
power.
was an early stoppage. And
Polish
it was
power.
Pretty appropriate. He did get.
Oh yeah.
It was
It was definitely not an early stoppage. He looked like Bambi out there, his knees wobbling
Yeah.
and then just buckled.
Yep.
But I think Dom though, I think he kind of fucked up. I think he got overzealous. He was overconfident, and I think that's why he didn't win. If he would have tried to stay on the outside and pick him apart, he would have had a better chance. But he got over antsy and literally just rushed in there, and he traded with him. He was starting to trade with him, but he wasn't landing. But Jan was landing.
Yep.
I mean, Dominic Reyes landed a couple times. Like I think Jan's nose was bleeding a little bit, but it wasn't the same. You know, they were
wasn't
jabs
really the
compared to
same.
power shots. You know, so yeah, shout out to Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's got a wife and I believe a kid, and he just wants to go home and see his family and just spend some time to relax. And in 2 weeks, he'll come back and reassess.
Another Polish fighter winning the title. Good for him.
Something in the water over there.
He said he would fight Izzy too, by the way. He would
Yeah.
welcome that fight, but obviously Izzy would have to bump up.
I bet he would.
Yeah.
He called out John Jones.
He called out John Jones.
Was the post-fight interview.
Oh, wow. What'd he say? I thought he was just like, they asked him if he would fight John Jones. I thought,
It's like, where you at, John Jones?
oh, he said, where you at?
Yep.
He said, "John Jones, where are you?" As he shouted after the former champion, "I'm here. This is how we do it in Poland. I'm waiting for you."
He said that right after he won in the Octagon?
Yeah, I believe so. The post-fight interview.
Oh, in the post-fight interview
And then
in the Octagon.
The post-fight press conference, he said, "My left leg's always really good and really hot. John Jones, why not? Maybe Diego Santos would be good. First celebrating, and soon I'm going to be a father."
So, did he already fight Diego? Or, I mean, did he already fight Thiago Santos?
I'm not sure.
Because I think he lost to him already.
I think you're right.
He lost to him already.
And then, yeah, okay, so he must have lost to him, and then he's on a four fight win streak after that. He said he changed him a little bit after that.
Yeah, he
loss.
said what'd you learn from that fight? Well, I learned to keep my hands up. So he must have knocked him out via head kick because he got TKO'd in the third round.
Wow.
Yep. Thiago Santos knocked him out in the third round. And that was just in 2019. So this belt might be passed around here shortly. If Thiago murders Glover Teixeira, I could easily see in them rematch for the title.
Yep.
So
that'll happen.
Look forward to that. But it's kind of crazy because Thiago Santos just caught COVID and he's just getting over it now. He's starting to train again. But how many times do they got to remake that fight? You know?
As many times as we need to. It's a good fight. I'll see that a few times.
So, yeah, Thiago even took Jan down in that fight. So that's going to be an interesting fight if they fight again. Thiago is a shit house. He's a force to be reckoned with. Because, like, honestly, I thought he would have beat... he was close to beating John Jones on one leg. Like, he was throwing some crazy kicks. So, that'll be good to see.
The fight before the co-main was probably my favorite fight of the night with Kara France versus Royval. And Kara France and Royval both showed up to fight, and they were both going hard. But
Yeah, didn't they get the fight of the night? They got fight of the night, right?
Getting the best out of it. Yeah, they did. They got fight of the night. They both got an extra 50 Gs for it.
Nice.
The fight ended with a guillotine choke in the second round with 48 seconds left. Royval, and it was an awesome one. It was one of those where he jumped up and held onto the body, and he ended up figure four in the body and getting the choke that way. So it's always fun to see.
Yeah, I didn't really... It was a great fight. They were throwing hands, but he guillotine him in the first round?
It was the second round.
It was the early second round, so I don't know how they got fight of the night. I thought
they were going hard at each
the
other.
first round, it was really striking.
Yeah.
One of the first exchanges, Kyra France was.
Kyra France was supposed to be a heavy favorite.
Yeah, that spinning elbow.
And
that's what got him.
Yep.
Royval even said he's like, when I saw the card, I thought we were gonna get fight of the night because we came to we're coming to bang. He's like, I see this. So
Yeah, Kai Kara was from Tough. I don't know much about Royval, but I've seen him on Tough, and I knew he was decent. I didn't watch his previous fights in the UFC, but he looked good on Tough.
He's
Kyra France is city kickboxing.
yeah, he's fighting out of Izzy's kickboxing. Yeah,
all
he
killers.
has wins in
all
the UFC.
killers. So yeah, I thought that was a good fight. He definitely sank it in pretty good. But my fight of the night was the Daru versus Khabib's teammate. Did you guys know that? He's Khabib's teammate. Khabib was actually in his corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's the, I don't know how to say his name.
Turgov.
But anyways, they were slugging it out. And Daru took a split decision, which I think he should have won.
Yeah, looking at the striking, he beat him in every single round with striking, and then even at the end of the fight, Tukurov, maybe that's spelled his name, he didn't even want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
He was backing up, thinking he won the fight, which was totally false.
His leg was compromised too.
For a minute and 11 seconds, and that was pretty much like his best part of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if Daru,
it wasn't enough.
If Daru would have got him to like sit there and slug with him, that probably would have been the fight of the night because he kept going like he was like, "Come on, let's fight right here, come on!" And he even ran at him.
I think they would have gave it to him. If it was like 2 to 3 minutes on the ground, he was being active on the ground.
The second round
finished out the fight active as well. They probably would have gave it to him.
Too.
Yeah, the second round he was like I think he took him down the second round because his leg was so compromised. You know, he didn't want to sit there and strike. And Daru was winning the striking exchanges.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on that dude. That's 12-1-1 now. So he's a killer.
He said he wants someone in the top 10. He's like, give me someone in the top 10 now. Come on, let's go. So yeah, fighting out of Canada. Wonder if he trains out of GSP's gym. So
Probably.
we just all automatically assume that if he's Canadian, but we don't know.
Faraz Sahabi.
Farasa Wasabi.
He's an awesome coach. Check out that podcast on Jerry.
So that was the start of the main event, and that was probably like one of the more exciting fights of the night.
Yep.
But the prelims final was awesome to see with Riddle and De Silva. Those guys were going there to kill each other.
Yes, they were.
And it went the full distance, and Riddle ended up coming with a split decision win or a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous decision. He definitely got the better of De Silva. De Silva came on strong, but then he faded as the fight went on. And you could tell in his face, he wasn't wearing the shots very well.
Yeah, De Silva attempted for 112 significant strikes and only landed 54. So he was struggling there, but
Yeah.
they were both killing each other. That's for sure.
That was a fun fight to watch.
That was awesome. Good prelim final.
For sure. But it's weird because I thought Diego Sanchez would have got the prelim main event.
Well,
So
Diego Sanchez clearly isn't who he used to be.
Diego being Diego, that's for sure.
There was only one part in that fight with Jake Matthews where he was like almost gonna get a submission, and then it was just all downhill from there.
I've seen more
Sure.
blood, but that's about that ties for the amount of the most blood that I've seen in one area from one guy. So Diego bled all over that place.
Oh, Diego, we saw his blood made an appearance the rest of the fights, that's for sure.
Yep.
Whichever fight you were watching featuring Diego Sanchez's blood.
Jake Matthew mopped the floor with him.
Jake Matthews looks like an old chum that we used to go to high school with. His name was Jake Matthews. So I thought that was kind of coincidental.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But Diego, what do you expect from Diego when everything's a knife? I guess you bleed all over the place when everything's a knife.
Yep.
He better not fight Connor, because Connor will win that pretty quick.
Yeah, that'll be another one of his highlight reel finishes for sure.
That's what I think Connor was hoping for.
Yeah,
A good
easy
KO
fight.
victory again.
I feel like Diego the Nightmare Sanchez is probably an easy fight because you just know what you're going to get.
Yep.
And you just have to go out there.
Well,
and
lately
bring
he
it.
hasn't really been grappling. Like that's what he was known for, his ground and pound, But lately he's just trying to like stay on the feet and strike it out, which is kind of strange. Maybe his new trainer needs to stop training him. I don't know. He needs to, but he only has like what? How many fights left? I think he only has like 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
Dana said he's going to have to go talk to him about those fights. He might not want him to take them.
He's gonna take him because Diego's a crazy motherfucker. I hope he gets the Connor fight, but he probably won't
He's
because.
like Cowboy, he'll take him.
Oh yeah, that would be a great fight, Cowboy versus Diego, and just send them out. Just send them both out.
Send 2 legends out.
Yep. So yeah, Diego, we knew he was gonna get fucked up.
He's
So
a plus 450 underdog.
remember when you bet on him? LOL.
Bet small.
That's good.
Bet small, lose
That's
small.
part about the bet.
The fight before that was Shane Young and Klein. And Klein's 17-2. He won that fight by KO, and that was an awesome kick.
And Young was the guy at the weigh-ins that was talking in gibberish before they walked up to the scale. And Dana was just like, what's going on?
They didn't know what to do. He put his hand out and then was kind of left him hanging there. But that was a deadly, deadly head kick. Dropped him. That was
Nice.
the end of that. And one of my favorite fighters of the night was Knight, who ended up beating a guy debuting Kamar. Knight is actually has 5 championships belts as an amateur fighter. So he low-key a great fighter. He's 9-1 now.
He said, "Don't sleep on me because I've gone the distance many times. I've won 5 championships in other divisions or other organizations, I should say. And yeah, so he's gone the distance in those. So yeah, he can go 5 rounds. He's not afraid. So his cardio, he has decent cardio for a big guy,
Oh, he's
205.
huge. He's not fat either. He is jacked.
He could probably cut, but he is jacked. He is jacked for 205. And the guy he was fighting was no slouch either.
6-0 fighter.
Kamar, I think, where was he fighting out of? Was he fighting out of, I don't know what country that is. But I think he's just European or whatever.
was a good
But he was a
fighter.
Muay Thai fighter, and the guy's legs were huge.
Yeah, that was the biggest part of him.
You know, he was 6-0 before this too, so he was up and coming.
And kicks were a big strategy, and then Knight really handled that well.
Yep. So Knight's up and coming for sure.
Look out
You gotta look out for Knight.
There was a submission that I thought was kind of interesting. Espino, he actually had what would be for high school folk style wrestling in America would be a headlock, and with the arm he had the headlock, and I'm not sure how he got the guy to
What
tap.
position did he put him in?
It was a
Do it on me.
front headlock. Okay, the other way. Here. With the arm, and was pulling up. So I don't know how he got the submission that way, but it must have been tight.
I guess. So what you? That's
You
a.
can make it dirty in there, and
That's
maybe you couldn't
a,
breathe. That's another factor. But
That's a folk style wrestling,
Put the hand
high
over
school
the mouth,
wrestling move.
Stop breathing a little bit. I've seen a lot of people do that where they put their hands over the person's mouth, which
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
dirty.
think you should even be allowed to do that. But
I think you should.
fingers
It's
on
called
the ground.
fighting. You should be allowed doing everything. Gouge your eyes, nut punches, everything.
so that was a little weird to see. But Jay Hughes.
But why do you think? So in high school wrestling, has anyone ever tapped from that move, or what goes on?
You just get pinned.
You just get pinned and it's done.
Yeah, you just.
But
shoot.
has anyone ever like choked or anything? Like
People have passed out. Yeah.
people have passed out from it.
Yeah.
So you can you actually can like suffocate someone from that, but it's not like a blood choke. Obviously, it's just an air choke.
Yeah, it's just an air choke. I mean, if you.
How would
squeeze
you get
hard,
out of it? How would you get out of that?
Grit and determination. You can roll. I mean, there's all kinds of things. Attack the grip. Really, that's the biggest
Attack the
one.
grip.
Yeah. Get
But
you
if you're on your back, like was he on his back in that position?
He was. Yeah. It was
So
a
how do
perfect-
you just fight the hands and just try to
fight
push up on the
you try and
hands?
turn in. You try and bridge. There's all kinds of things you can do. Either way, you gotta try. You gotta
And he wasn't really fighting them too much. He just gave up.
No.
He was like he just sunk it in, and that's all she wrote, folks.
Espino's a big man, there's not much you can do there.
Obviously, the guy is good on the ground, and his grip is like another level.
Yeah,
Some people's
probably.
grips just,
Yeah.
if you're wrestling, that wrestling grips, they don't need anyone to help them open cans. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting how he tapped from that. You're right.
I thought the whole card was pretty good. It was an enjoyable night.
overall, good night.
Yeah, for sure. I did, however, think that the ESPN Plus last weekend was a better card overall, and it wasn't even a pay-per-view,
Yeah, it was
which is kind of
fantastic.
interesting.
Yeah.
But
Hard.
yeah, this whole Fight Island, we're on Fight Island for another four weekends, right? Correct? Yeah, another 4 weekends.
Including this, so probably 3 weekends from now.
Yeah. So the last one's going to be Khabib versus Gaethje, and we're all excited for that. So that's going to be a great card as well. But
You
yeah,
think Khabib's going to be there the whole time now that he's in the bubble? Or you think he's going to go back and
I don't know. Yeah, he'd probably go back. Probably go back and forth. But yeah, he was in that guy's corner. What's his name?
Chergov.
Chergov.
If
I don't know how to
either of
say
them gets
it.
hurt though, does somebody fill in or?
Yeah, Michael Chandler fills in. Remember?
Michael, the
Yeah.
Greek god Chandler, is going to fill in there.
Do you think he would
Michael,
have a
the
chance,
grit
though?
and determination Chandler.
Do you think he would have a chance?
Michael Chandler? Does he
Yeah.
have a chance against who? Gaethje
Either
or Habib?
Or Gaethje.
I think he matches up better with Gaethje, to be honest. Khabib,
Yeah, I agree with Gaethje.
he'll get taken down, I think. But I don't know because he's small, and it's harder to take down small guys because if they're super compact, they're usually like wiry. You know what I mean?
So I think it's pretty
What do you
public
think?
that Gaethje is trying to have enough takedown defense to where he's going to make Khabib stand with him. I think that's going to be the game plan there. Because Gaethje
Weird.
is going to be able to throw hands. Like he's going to have much more effective, at least in my opinion.
We were
would be
talking about
better
Chandler.
than Connor. Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
Connor, I don't think Chandler is going to have he's going to be able to compete with either of them. I think Chandler needs to have a fight so I can see what he's really got.
He said he wants to even fight Poirier, but I don't think Poirier wants to fight him.
And then that might be a good fight. I think he's right there. I
He
just don't
said
think
he wants to fight anyone in the top 5. He said he's ready to fight anyone in the top 5.
And I'm ready to watch it.
Jumping
And we all are.
gun,
He's like,
but-
I'm ready for it right now, and we all want to see that. Did you guys see his interview?
Yeah, dude.
He has a good interview. The guy's good on the mic, and he's very inspiring.
He's good. Yeah, he's good. He might be one of those guys to be in the booth and be able to talk.
Yeah, he's great at
Calm
talking. He said he actually was excited to get back in or get into the USADA pool and basically show all the naysayers that he's not on steroids. You know,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, he's already in the Strata pool, so I think he'll be fine.
I think he probably will be too.
But yeah, that's just like the Paulo Costa thing. Like, was he on steroids? The man was lifting since he was 9. I don't know. He has this Brazilian genetics.
Yeah.
So same with Chandler. He lifts. Like, when you lift, you do put on size. And if, you know, these are the cream of the crop, genetic wise, at the top. So
I mean, weightlifting is like good for strength, but I think in MMA it's not.
You definitely want to do it a little bit, but you want to do functional weightlifting.
Functional training is the way to go.
Functional weightlifting.
And doing rounds of
You don't want to.
what Jorge Masvidal does, like rounds of grappling with mixed with rounds of striking.
Now,
Yes.
He just
9
keeps
years
going.
old might be a little bit early for that.
You also don't want to do like bent. I don't think you need to do like strength, like big strength lifts. I guess I don't know.
You tell that to Knight.
You tell it to John
I bet
Jones.
Knight benches a few times.
John Jones looked
that guy
really good
does.
when he was powerlifting. You know.
Yeah, he had incline to pull-ups to battle
Yeah,
ropes. Right?
I saw that
That's one of
too.
his-
He was using a weighted vest.
Oh,
Yep. Pull-ups and incline.
Wasn't just for looks.
Nope. The man is getting big, that's for sure. He's putting on the pounds.
Keep getting bigger, John.
And he said someone called him out. He's like, "Come on, eat, John. You need to eat." He's like, "Yeah, I actually struggle eating." Because some people don't like to eat that much food, you know?
Yeah.
Some people aren't fat asses.
I do not have
like my
that
boy
problem.
Nick.
I love food.
Not everyone's a foodie. We're just trying to get through the day, you know?
but America is just overall a foodie.
Who?
We love our food. It's America.
It's probably eating right. It's like
Oh, it's called
In America,
an addiction.
Most
It's called
countries.
gluttony. That's what America is.
good
The definition of
nutrients
gluttony.
is what America needs. They don't need more processed blah blah blah
Bullshit.
crap.
Yep.
So yeah, the card overall was a great card. I'm excited to see more of Adesanya and Jan, to be honest. So yeah, great to see that. Anything else notable from the pay-per-view last night, guys?
Shout out to Abu Dhabi Fight Island for having awesome facilities. Makes me want to go there. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, we'll put on the screen right now what they have to go through to even get to Fight Island. Did you guys see that?
Huge process.
Oh my gosh,
testing and
it's
then
crazy.
Waiting and then testing and then doing something and then you get tested again after you do that. So pretty
So
much,
much
just
testing.
test.
They get tested like 5 times.
I was disappointed Joe Rogan was not commentating.
We all were.
He's not going to go there. I don't think.
He's not going to go to Fight Island, but he did tweet out. He did tweet out congratulating Izzy. He's a big fan. So I hope Izzy's on JRE here soon. Hopefully,
We'll have him
cross our
again. He
fingers.
was already on there once, which is awesome.
Well, he's been on there twice.
Twice, okay. Yeah, he's great.
He was great. So let's get back into fight news.
So coming up, we got Mike Perry, who's going to be competing here pretty soon after completing a treatment for alcohol or behavioral issues, which he did complete his anger management course, and he's booking a fight for UFC 255 against Robbie Lawler.
I think the best way to handle his anger management is get back in that fucking cage and deal with it in there.
Yep. Absolutely.
he has
that's what
some
I
growing
think.
up to do, obviously.
Well, he's a young
The
man, you know.
alcohol.
He's a young man. He has a lot of antics, so you know. Just like when he said he did his DNA test and he came back saying he was
African
either 1% or 2% African.
Yeah.
So he's like, I can use the N word.
That's what he was saying, yeah, on social media.
Hopefully he gets over that.
I think he got over that. I think he did.
Lawler lost 4 straight.
So wait.
and 5 of his last 6.
So did Michael Perry? Didn't you say that Mike Perry is not going to be able to fight now?
They said that he would need to complete all of the criteria for anger management and drug and alcohol.
Which he did.
He did the anger management, right?
He did. The UFC cleared him, so he's cleared.
Oh.
They cleared him.
He's
Okay.
actually booked for UFC 255.
So that's going to be a great fight. They're going to slug it out, hopefully. Hopefully we see the Lawler of old. But I actually kind of want Mike Perry to win, to be honest. I'm a big Mike Perry fan.
Me too. Excellent fighter.
So, yeah, he should get back in there.
Unfortunately for Lawler, I think it's going to be losing another one.
I think Lawler this should be his last bout, and I think he should announce it. Like, because then once you announce it's your last bout, you can train harder, and then you can see the end. But I think fighters are afraid because they don't know, because they don't know what to
When
do
they
after
start
it,
losing
because they've been fighting.
When they start having losing streaks, though, they just want to have that one good fight where they feel like they gave it their all. And Ricardo Llamas was a good example of his last fight. Fought a young dude and barely won by decision, but definitely made it controversial in the end and went out on his shield.
Yeah, it's hard to watch your heroes go out with a loss like DC.
DC.
But when you announce that you're retiring, you can actually go harder in the gym then, because you can see the end. You can see the end.
I feel there'd be more pressure because you're never going to do it again.
Yeah, but you can see the end though, so you're going to go harder in the gym. There is more pressure, but usually the pressure creates diamonds.
It's a good saying. I'm not sure
DC
it's
might have
applicable in this
COVID,
situation,
too.
but
We don't know like how DC was affected from thinking he might have had COVID.
oh, he tested positive
He
6
yeah,
weeks
he
before,
tested positive, so
Yeah.
maybe it got in his head a little bit too.
and he got rocked too by his training partner. I remember listening that it's around 6 weeks out, he got rocked, and I don't know if he got.
Oh
knocked
yeah, he
out, but
definitely
had
got.
a shiner.
Well, we saw on Arrow Hawani in his show that he got a cut, so he obviously got rocked.
Either way, what are you gonna do?
But you
The
got to
fighter.
spar in training, or you're not going to know the fight speed. You know,
I think
it's like a give and take
Was that
kind of
his
a thing.
first fight since his father died?
Yes.
Too?
Yeah, it was. That's
man.
rough.
We're
So
saying that
this
about
is
Khabib.
this is Habib's first fight since his father died. Do you think that's going to be a factor?
I think it will be a factor, but I don't think it's gonna change the result.
Because he's been in his corner every single fight. You know.
I mean, he's fighting a great guy.
He has
He's
brothers,
fighting
too.
his kryptonite. I believe.
Yep.
To support
Yep.
him. So
We'll see if the Gaethje can defend the takedown and keep it standing, and then connect a few times. I think that'll be huge.
Oh, if he can scramble and just keep it standing and keep leg kicking him, compromise his legs, because no one's really compromised Khabib's leg as ever. You know what I mean? No one has.
Barboza never got a chance. Taken down
But
literally every
Barzo
round.
is too small for that division, to be honest. And I think
He went down. I mean,
he went down, yeah.
makes sense.
But yeah. So, any other fight news?
I think Anthony Smith is actually scared of Johnny Walker because he was quoted saying, I mean, I would fight Johnny Walker if that's what the UFC called for, but I'm not going to go out there calling out Johnny Walker. That's for goddamn sure. So he
Wow.
said. So Anthony Smith
Wow.
probably doesn't want to fight him, but he will for the money.
Well, Anthony Smith is one of those fighters that, yeah, he's going to think about retiring here soon. He might as well, too, because he's been commentating more and more.
He wasn't too bad in the commentator's booth, so
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoyed that.
I like how they mix it up with all these fighters, too. I like that. I really appreciate ESPN for trying out all these fighters.
GSP's
active
gonna
fighters.
Be a commentator soon.
GSP, yep, that'll be cool to see.
Yeah, GSP, I think in 2021, I think he'll be doing, like, actual commentating of the fights. I don't think he's ever done it, so that's kind of a weird pickup for ESPN. But,
I think it'll be nice to see him.
hey, man,
Superstars.
get back in there. We love seeing GSP whenever we can. But I think Cowboy should do the same thing, kind of. He should be like a promoter,
So we all love
UFC,
Cowboy.
if he wants to do it.
I
But-
think he should turn his ranch into just a camp for fighters.
Yeah.
Which I think he kind of does that, but
Comes out Shmaev's, was it Twitter? Comes to Shmaev's Twitter. He said, I have a date. Now they're looking for an other side. 5-round main event. Thank you at Dana White for keeping your word. Anybody, anytime, anywhere. Comes out smash hashtag. So Combat ready to go.
Khamzat
Main event. It's coming.
Chimaev is the real deal, folks. And I think they already confirmed that he's getting a 5-round main event. I don't think it's going to be versus Maya, though. I think it's the 5-round main event's going to be versus someone like our boy, what's his name?
Michel Pereira.
No, not him.
That'd be an awesome fight.
No, who's the guy that just Neil Magny? Neil Magny was calling him out. He's like, I'm ready any day.
I'd like to see that fight.
So
I'd watch that
they should
too.
make that before the Maya fight.
Do you think Neil wins?
Well, they'll do a 5. They can do a 5-rounder with that, right?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It'd be awesome.
the main event 5-rounder.
close fight. I think. I don't know.
I think it'd be a close fight, but then again, the choo-choo train of Khamzat Chimaev has been chugging away.
And we're just gonna ride that train to the
on it.
bank, baby.
Jumping on it right into the sunset.
Step on that.
UFC 255 will be headlined by the championship doubleheader, pitting flyweight kingpin Davion Figueiredo opposite of Cody Garbrandt. So that's what Cody's cutting down from 150 to 125 for that.
He's cutting down from 135.
135. That's what he walks around at.
He probably walks around at 150.
No, he
I
walks
thought it
around
was
at 150. He
yeah.
said.
Okay.
But he fought previously at 155 or 145.
Yeah.
135.
God damn it!
So that's a fight to
Bantamweight.
watch for.
You just worded it weird. He walks around at 150. But that has nothing to do with him fighting at 125.
Either way, it's a lot of weight to cut. I got Divison Figueredo.
I mean, that's not as much weight as Paulo Costa cut. Paulo Costa was walking around 230 or 220.
220.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think about
Paulo
that cut? Do you
had
think?
that? He had the weight to cut.
Did you see him in training? He should just fight at 205. I think he'd do better in the 205 division.
Yeah, I agree.
But he did
It's
murder everyone in
easier
185.
It's
So I
easier
don't
for
know.
heavy guys to cut the weight though than it is for the lighter guys.
Yeah, you're probably right. I agree. Because 1 pound is like 5 pounds for a fucking heavyweight. But still,
We're forgetting how tall Izzy is too, though.
Still.
6'4". I mean, he's already going to be heavy regardless of
who?
what his weight is.
Who's 6'4"?
Izzy's jacked.
Izzy.
He's jacked.
I wasn't talking about Izzy. I was talking about Paulo Costa.
Yeah,
Paulo Costa's 6'1".
I know.
But he's still pretty
Yeah.
decently big.
We're talking about why it's so easy for him to cut weight, though.
Oh, he walks around literally only like 5 or 10 pounds heavier than 185.
He stays ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't get ready. He stays ready. But he said he would go. Izzy said he would go up to heavyweight, or he said light heavyweight or heavyweight. So you know that John Jones fight's still there, folks.
Yeah, they should definitely meet.
They should definitely make that fight. I think John Jones is respecting Izzy more and more.
John Jones
I think he
knows
is.
Izzy's the real deal.
Yep, he does. He really does, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. And they're not going to make it till they're both out of their primes because they're both afraid of each other. Let's be real. I think John Jones more than Izzy, but
I think if John clinched with him, it'd be different.
John Jones is Muay.
Get
He
the
needs to
hold
get
of
back
him? Yeah.
to his Muay Thai roots. You know.
But then again, Paulo was trying to get a hold of him last night, and Izzy doesn't let that happen.
No.
And John Jones
That's
is a
true,
different
too.
Fighter, but
Yeah.
John Jones is lanky too. The guy that Israel Adesanya lost in K1 championship was actually more of like a John Jones looking guy. You know, he was an inch taller than Izzy and a little bit bigger than him. And
sense.
he just his kryptonite, man. John Jones might be his kryptonite, but I would like to see that fight. Mm-hmm. Love to see that. That's a fight to make. Like that's the fight of the millennium.
Yep.
give Izzy a year or two more,
Yeah, for real.
and then let's see that fight.
So, do you think John Jones will go back down and fight Jan and then bounce back up to heavyweight? It's a possibility.
If he gets paid, he will.
Yeah, if he wants
But he's not
paid.
going to get paid, so he won't.
No, he'll get paid either way, man. He'll get paid at least $1 million.
And I don't know if that's well. I guess that's enough for
Yeah,
the fights.
yeah.
But
But that's if he's itching.
John Jones
if he's
deserves
itching,
more than $1 million.
either if he's gonna itch, he'll rub that itch and he'll fight Jan, and he'll probably knock Jan out. Maybe I don't know. That'd be a great fight. I just want to see John back in there. Let's be real.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be-
But yeah, if he might come down and then he could bounce back up after they win, just to stay active. You know what I mean? That's what I think could happen, but I don't know if it will or not. I'm sure after watching what happened, that he knocked out Dom Reyes real freaking quick, that caught his eye a little bit. I'm sure.
he probably wants to fight him. If he's a true champ, he wants to fight him.
Yeah, for real. Now, what did John McCarthy say?
He said Dana White's hyping him up so much that he's forgetting that in UFC history, Royce Gracie fought like 4 dudes in one night,
Oh yeah,
Something like that.
those tournament style.
tournament style.
You mean
fighting.
back when they didn't
Back
wear
when they were
gloves?
savages.
That's what he was saying. He's like, that's a lie, like about him
Yeah.
having 3 fights in 66 days. I'm like, no, I didn't even know that. So
I knew
don't
stuff
think
like that,
normal
but
fan.
and like in kickboxing, they do like tournaments where they literally a tournament. It's like a wrestling tournament where you fight one guy and then you go to the next. You know?
Schilling did that. He's
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm talking about.
kickboxer who's doing
It's
everything.
not unheard of, but it's MMA. It's different. But he's just like going out there smoking people, so
Yeah,
he can fight.
He
He
could
could fight
definitely do
tomorrow.
that.
You know?
you do tournament style.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yo, John, I confirmed it. It's been confirmed, guys. John Jones tweeted. He said, well, Jan tweeted first. He said, "Go be boring somewhere else." And I think he was adding like basically John Jones, like, because he's not an exciting fighter because he doesn't finish people. And then John Jones tweeted, "Would you guys be annoyed if I went back down and grabbed my belt real quick?"
Boom. There you
So
go.
holy shit, he did tease it, guys.
You think they're gonna make?
I
that
think
fight?
yeah, dude. I think he will. Like
They
he
should.
just saw him knock out Reyes, so he's like, he's gonna get up for that fight
Yep.
because he knows he has that Polish power, you know.
They
So,
should make
yeah,
that
dude.
fight.
They definitely need to make that fight. That's the fight to make now for John. he might as well go back down, make that fight, and then go back up and make the Stipe fight.
That'll be perfect for him.
So, yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. Do you guys see any other headlines?
And new for John Jones.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
It'll be and new for
Yeah.
the first time. Or the second time.
That'd be awesome. I mean, he did it with DC, so it wouldn't be anything new for him. Vacating and then coming back and winning it.
Tyron Woodley does not want to give up.
Oh yeah, I did see that as well.
Tyron Woodley is not going to leave, so we'll see what who he fights.
Yeah, who do you
next
think
and how that's going to work out?
I think Chimaev fights Maya and then just fights Woodley.
Chimaev should just fight Woodley, and then
Yep. And then he's in the top 5.
Yep.
And then he's a killer.
He's a wolf. He is a killer.
So yeah, he should bounce up and down. I think Chimaev, give him how many fights before he fights for the title in either division, you know? He probably needs like 5 in each. But I think once he gets a title or like once he's in the top 5 for one, he'll get in the top 5 the other. Like him versus Izzy, I would love to see. I want to see his striking more. We didn't get to see enough of it.
He needs to be a tougher guy out there so we can see.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, he's just making it look easy though. He's kind of like the Izzy thing, man. He's just making it look easy.
Well,
I just
again,
want to see him fight again.
I think he's still untested.
He is. I agree.
Been
I agree.
through it, but I think he still has some.
He needs to fight a top 10 guy, top 10 guy, and then we'll see where he's at. If he smokes a top 10 guy, dude, he's the real deal. Holy field.
Yep.
So the next fight card is who?
Holly Holm versus Aldana.
Irene Aldana.
Yeah.
So where's that girl from?
Italy.
Oh, Italy.
Yeah.
There's not
She's
that
a good
many
fighter.
fighters. Nice. So yeah, obviously we're gonna be rooting for our girl Holly, fighting out of New Mexico with John Bones Jones. So you know she's legit. She's shredded.
She's getting older though.
She is getting older, but I think she needs to retire too soon. But hey, I'm still rooting for her. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holly's awesome. She's had a great career in. She's been a professional kickboxer, right?
Yeah.
That was her thing.
Yep.
She's
That card is the women are fighting on the co-main event and the main event. Interesting.
Oh wait, what? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
Germaine de Randamie is also on the card, and Juliana Pena.
Do you have the card pulled up? Okay.
Yeah, I have the card up. Then Yorgan De Castro at heavyweight is fighting Carlos Felipe. Daquan Townsend is fighting Dusko.
I don't know any of these guys.
A lot of these are no names though on this card,
Is that Carlos Condit?
or not no names, but
Carlos Condit's fighting, I think.
um
Yep, Carlos Condit's fighting on the prelims. Shout out to Carlos Condit. He's doing the damn thing still.
yeah,
Damn.
the co-main event and the main event are good. That's pretty much the biggest part of the card.
Yeah, I agree. So we have Holly Holmes. Wonder what the odds are.
she's favored to win. Holly's ranked 3rd, and this girl's ranked 8th. Aldana's ranked 8th, I believe.
We lost our bets last week. We lost one, so we went 1-1. I don't know. I guess we were overzealous about Dom, and we overlooked the Polish power. But hey, Jan is legit. You can't sleep on him.
I think Holly's gonna stay tough in this one.
Yeah, I think Holly, definitely bet on Holly. For sure. Wonder what the odds are for her, though.
And then De Castro.
So shout out to our sponsor, Amazon. Get all your needs at Amazon, guys. Use our links below if you want to get mics or soundboard like us or headphones. Nice-ass headphones. If you want to
Very
support the cast, use our links. Also, we'll link to some fight gear, some boxing gloves that we use. So couple just bought some Everlast, nice-ass Everlast Power Lock ones, and they're pretty awesome for training. So, yeah, we'll link to that below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. And I got a question for you. Who do you think John Jones should fight next? Should he come back down to light heavyweight and fight Jan? Or do you think he should bounce back up to heavyweight and just wait for the winner of Stipe versus Ngannou?
I think he's gonna drop back down because there's more money in it, and it'll be more exciting for us fans.
I agree with that. especially if he's waiting for a fight that Stipe is trying to avoid.
Yeah, I think
Stay-
he's gonna fight Jan.
That's a question for you guys out there watching. So comment down below who you think what John Jones is going to do. Also, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, we're out.
Keep it real, guys.
Our best bets of the week, guys. De Castro. What are the odds for De Castro? We're betting De Castro, Holly Holm, and De Randamie. Those are our best bets for the week, guys. We got 3 this week. So we're 3-2. And get those bets in, guys.
Yep, De Castro is a minus 265 favorite,
Yep, I like De Castro.
and Felipe Carlos is plus 205.
Yep.
That's the 3 pretty much bigger fights, though, on the card.
So yeah, guys, you've got your bets, you've got your news, you know everything that's happening, and what more do you need besides a fresh update next week?
So yeah, follow us on Instagram at Highly Misinformed. Follow our personal Instagrams. And make sure to comment below who you think John Jones should fight next. I personally think he should bounce back down. But let us know who you think. And we'll see you next week, guys.
Keep grinding out there.
Stay safe.
Peace.
Peace.